The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 8th of March, 1660. To Whitehall, to bespeak some firing for my fathers at Shotts, and likewise to speak to Mr. Blackburn about batters being in the gunner in the Wexford. Then to Westminster Hall, where there was a general damp over men's minds and faces upon some of the officers of the army being about making a remonstrance against Charles Stuart or any single person. But at noon it was told that the general had put a stop to it, so all was well again. Here I met with Jasper, who was to look for me to bring me to my lord at the lobby. With sending a note to my lord, he comes out to me and gives me direction to look after getting some money for him from the Admiralty, seeing that things are so unsafe, that he would not lay out a farthing for the state till he had received some money of theirs. Home about 2 o'clock, and took my wife by land to Paternoster Row to buy some paragon for a petticoat, and so home again. In my way meeting Mr. Moore, who went home with me while I ate a bit, and so back to Whitehall again, both of us. He waited at the council for Mr. Crewe, I to the Admiralty, where I got the order for the money, and having taken care for the getting of it, assigned upon Mr. Hutchinson, Treasurer for the Navy, against tomorrow. Hence going home I met with Mr. King, that belonged to the Treasurers at War, and took him to Harper's, who told me that he and the rest of his fellows are cast out of office by the new Treasurers. This afternoon some of the officers of the army and some of the Parliament had a conference at Whitehall to make all right again, but I know not what is done. This noon I met at the Dog Tavern Captain Philip Holland, with whom I advised how to make some advantage of my lord's going to sea, which he told me might be by having of 5 or 6 servants entered on board, and I to give them what wages I pleased, and so their pay to be mine. He was also very urgent to have me take the secretary's place that my lord did proffer me. At the same time in comes Mr. Wade and Mr. Sterry, secretary to the plenipotentiary in Denmark, who brought the news of the death of the King of Sweden at Gothenburg, the 3rd of last month, and he told me what a great change he found when he came here, the secluded members being restored. He also spoke very freely of Mr. Wade's profit, which he made while he was in Zealand, how he did believe that he cheated Mr. Powell, and that he made above £500 on the voyage, which Mr. Wade did very angrily deny, though I believe he was guilty enough.